You may have seen the 6 hotel like all the time. You don't know. Zai, watch out. Worries entertainment, worries boss. You know the style, you know. Keep things current. Money in my pocket for a side, but my guess I'm smoking.
Of things.
Come on, first one.
Get up! Get up and follow the people, man! Get shot! Oh my god! Drive! Yeah, them super.
Can say is that there are similarities in how both incidents happened, but we don't know if they are just. So we're able to confirm that about 12:40 today there was a shooting incident at the Brayton Park Scotiabank in Portmore. That's where we are now. Based on what we know so far, that security from the beryllium company, they were in the process of servicing the ATM machine when they were attacked by gunmen with high-powered weapons and handguns. A number of shots were fired. At the end of the shooting, 3 of the security officers were shot and injured. We just made checks with the police officers who are currently with the team at the hospital, and they are saying that whilst it's serious but not necessarily life-threatening based on the information from the medical team that's currently treating them. Following the incident, the response of the police officers were very quick. Because at the scene, the information was that there were 2 cars that were involved in the incident with the gunmen. So they were able to intercept the vehicles. They now have 2 vehicles in custody, suspected to be the vehicles that were involved in the shooting earlier. And they are carrying on that investigation. They were found somewhere in the Lakes Bend area. And there are also some support along with the police and the military in that area, carrying out some underground operations as we speak. So in the meantime, the commanding officer, which is here with his team, there are persons dispatched out trying to get more information, and they are following some strong leads as well. So as the investigation progresses, then we should be able to provide more information.
Are you in a position to tell us how many gunmen were involved?
We don't know the exact number of gunmen that were involved, but we know based on the number of spent shell that we saw at the scene and the shots that were fired, we know there were a number of persons involved. At the moment, it's a wide investigation. The investigators are not ruling out anything. The fact that we have 2 similar incidents, keen investigators would want to examine that as well. Earlier I spoke with the commanding officer and his team, and they have made some advanced progress in the first incident. So they will just continue with the investigation, and now they will have to look carefully at this. So I know that the team of investigators that are working on this case will be looking at everything.
This incident happened on a Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon. The previous one happened on a Monday morning early. Those seem to be time when not necessarily heavy police presence. Are the criminals outsmarting even the police in terms of how they're going about this?
I wouldn't necessarily say that they are outsmarting us. What they are doing is planning, they are organizing, and choosing. I mean, we have seen where some of the criminals in Portmore are just freestyling, so to speak, lurking around just for an opportunity, looking for vulnerable persons to attack. So some of that do happen, and in some of those cases, you not necessarily will have the police there and location to respond. I think it's full time. People understand that, you know, all of us have to be a part of securing our nation. As one person said to me earlier, if you take the U out security, yeah, if you take it out, then it changes the meaning. So security involves all of us.
How do you get members of the public to stop? What's the word I'm looking for? Tampering with the crime.
I mean, good point that you raise, and of course, I would use the opportunity again to, you know, remind the public that when we have these scenarios, to try as best as possible, you know, not to compromise the scene by doing exactly what you just said. People running over the scene, taking up things and so on. You know, we'll just make that appeal again.
We know that when something like this happens, persons are genuinely concerned about an incident like this. It's one of the ATM that is very well used, and we're very thankful at this time that more persons weren't injured, given the level of gunfire that we see based on the evidence here at the scene. No other persons were injured. So we know that persons will have concerns, but I know that the local police, they will be, and they have started the discussion and will be in discussion with the banks. We know that the banks, they also have their own security systems that they do. So it's just that they will be discussing it some more. We can see how brazen these criminals are becoming, more brazen. So whatever system you put in, sometimes it's not foolproof, so they will still try to breach it. So even as we speak to individuals, we still ask them to be cautious. Based on what we've seen is that they are not targeting the individuals who are utilizing the bank per se. They are more inclined to be targeting the courier, the beryllium. The two incidents that we saw, it was directed at the company that transport the money. Which
comes back to my question about looking at the company, because who studies when beryllium coming to put money in an ATM?
Well, I know that discussion was had, and discussion will be had with the security company. As I said, there's no system that is foolproof. So in cases like these, the senior managers from the force will engage senior managers from that company. The local officer on the scene will, based on their local knowledge and based on the information that they have, they will also provide briefs. So it's about they'll have to go to the table and have some discussion to see what happened, do some.
Yo, where is boss? You know your badness kind of man. Big up yourself, man. Where is entertainment? You know what thing going on. YG and we out there. Fully six.
Watch this, bam bam boom. You don't know enough to represent for Worst Boss. You don't know. Check out the thing them for Instagram. You don't know. Worst Entertainment to forward out. So clock in, lock in. You don't know there. Hey yo, Jungle. How are on the place? Where they run to? Knocks them.